Welcome to Shanu's Dream TV, where every night leads to a world of wonder. Tonight, we follow a curious child chasing the colors of the rainbow, only to find a library floating in the clouds, where every book opens a door to another world. Are you ready to turn the first page? Have you ever wondered where rainbows really end? Well, let me tell you about Rehan, a boy who discovered something far more magical than a pot of gold. It was just another rainy afternoon when everything changed. As the last drops fell and sunlight broke through the clouds, the most vibrant rainbow Rehan had ever seen stretched across the sky. Unlike other kids who just pointed and smiled, Rehan had always been different. He wanted to know more, to explore, to discover. So he followed it, past the old oak tree, beyond the soccer field, through Mrs. Johnson's garden. The rainbow seemed to be leading him somewhere, growing brighter with each step. And then, he saw something that made him rub his eyes in disbelief. There, where the rainbow touched the clouds, floated a magnificent library. Its shelves seemed to be made of morning mist, and books of every size and color danced through the air like autumn leaves. This wasn't just any library, it was the library at the end of the rainbow. As Rehan stepped inside, the first book he touched sprung open, and suddenly he was standing in a medieval castle, watching knights prepare for a grand tournament. Another book swept him under the ocean, where he swam with creatures that glowed like stars. Each volume was a doorway to another world, another adventure. But then he noticed something strange. Among the floating books were transparent figures, almost like ghosts, reading endlessly. They stayed too long, whispered a wise old book nearby. When the rainbow faded, they became part of the library forever. Rehan's heart raced. How long had he been here? Looking out the window, he could see the rainbow starting to fade. He had to make a choice: stay and explore countless more worlds, or return home with the greatest story he'd ever known. Just as the last colors began to dim, Rehan jumped through the library's doors, sliding down the rainbow like a shooting star. He landed softly in his backyard, his mind full of impossible wonders. Now, whenever it rains, Rehan watches and waits. He knows that somewhere out there, between the clouds and dreams, there's a magical library waiting for those curious enough to seek it. But more importantly, he learned that every book, even in regular libraries, holds its own kind of magic, the power to transport us to new worlds, if only we dare to open them. Thank you for visiting the library at the end of the rainbow with us. If you love this magical journey, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Shanu's Dream TV, where every story brings dreams to life. Good night, and may your dreams be filled with adventure.